Ravens fans, welcome back. The bye week is over. We get to watch football again. It's about time, too, because if I had to take another basket weaving class on Sundays, I was really going to lose my mind. But that's not important right now. What's important is it's the Ravens versus the Houston Texans. Texans sit 3-2 with the surprising Tennessee Titans atop the AFC East? Yes. No. AFC South. Sorry. I don't even know, honestly. It's embarrassing. But, like I say, they're playing really well. The Colts are out of the picture. So, obviously, we know without Peyton Manning, there are no Colts. So, this is the year. The Texans have to step up and answer questions to say, hey, we know we can get the job done, or, hey, we're always going to be that second-rate team that falls just short. That's got to be frustrating for the fans, but let's not care about them. Let's care about the Ravens fans, because that's what we're here to watch. Anyway, keys to the game in my eyes. Flacco, he must get time, must get protection. If he gets those things, he will tear the secondary to shreds. Jonathan Joseph on one side and Danny Manning, they add an element that this team hasn't had before on the defense. But it's just not quite enough to make up with the dynamic playmakers that we have in place on the passing game. And once again, also, you got to factor in the Ray Rice factor. Factor in the factor. Yeah, great. I'll get a thesaurus for this next video. Von Leach, he's facing his old team. It's going to be some, not really bad blood, but I know he's going to want to make a statement and tell the owners, guys should open up your paycheck or checkbook, sign me that big check, and she'll let me do what I continue to do best, and that's hit people so the guy behind me can get positive yardage. So I expect a big dose of Ray Rice. I would like to see the offense come out a little more run-oriented as opposed to pass-oriented, because I think putting this much on Flacco, when he still doesn't have the timing quite yet with all of his new toys to play with, I think that's kind of where all the problems are running into on the passing game. His accuracy will continue to get better when he starts to develop a rapport and some time with these new rookie wideouts and the new young tight ends as opposed to Heap and Mason. Defensively, the offensive line on the Texans, it's actually very underrated. They had a hell of a game against Pittsburgh. Arian Foster was given ample spots to go through. That's why they ended up winning the game. So I look for it to be a bit of a challenge for a pass rush. But with Mount Cody taking up at least two linemen, Nada doing his job and taking up the other one, Sizzle and Corey Redding and the rest of the linebackers should be allowed to wreak havoc, be it on the run game or against Schaub, who I tend to think looks a little bit skittish this year. He's getting hit, not as much as most people would be, but I don't really think he's used to that. And he's also not used to not being able to throw it 40 or 50 times a game. I mean, he's been having some very, very subpar fantasy numbers. Believe me, that's why my team's doing so bad. So it's been kind of aggravating watching this team. They don't really seem to know who they are, but as long as the run game sets up the pass, they generally tend to come out on top, but not this week, I'm afraid. Given all ifs, ands, or buts, even without Lee Evans and Ben Grubbs possibly not playing, David Reed comes back this week, Haruki Nakamura comes back. I look for the passing game to be dynamic, very fast. Reed and Smith on the outsides, putting Bolden into the slot, possibly Williams in the slot as well, really opening things up on the intermediate and short routes where the tight ends can turn around and get some yards after the catch. So all in all, I look for this to be a Ravens victory. I wouldn't go too crazy with the score, but somewhere in the neighborhood of 30-13, 27-20, somewhere around there. But look for your boys in purple to come out on top and go 4-1 this week. So as long as we're on top, I really don't care. So 27-20, 31-13. Somewhere in that neighborhood. Defense will have another stellar day, but Flacco comes back from the subpar against the Jets, and he really puts on a show for us this week. I'm calling at least 2 scores, 320 yards. The guy's going to be a beast this week. So from my computer to yours, it's Mr. Voiceman saying, let's go Ravens, and here's seeing you guys at kickoff from 4:05 on Sunday.